Welcome, friends. Today, we're doing another live stream. Excitement. Birch, Dunhill Blend 30. What's it like? You'd love it, Rabbit. 400 quid. It's really nice. I wish you'd said that before I sent you the Pachouli, mate, or I would have fucking sent you some with it. Sent you like a little decant or something. A little sample to try it. I think you'd like it. It's right up your alley, like. I've got a 50ml and a 125ml. And next time, this time next year, I will have won a shit ton of that. I'm going to go, I don't know what theme I'm going to go with. I went with ambers this winter, and I'm happy to report. I'm happy to report that I wore a shit ton of amber. Such internal conflict. Rich Mitch live stream at the same time as my favourite tarot reader is reading live. That shouldn't be causing any conflict whatsoever, to be honest with you. You know, there's only one place to go. And you'll get actual genuine interaction from me, and I won't lie through my teeth. But not to worry. Hello, Ryan. Hello, Pat. You are unwell and pulling a sickie tomorrow, eating grapes and crackers. What's unusual? I usually eat warm fucking bread buns. Really strange. I put bread buns in the microwave. Well, I put butter on them first. And then put them in the microwave, warm them up so the butter melts and all that. And then I have them with like milk. Or if I'm really unwell, I have scrambled egg on toast. Really strange. Can't eat scrambled egg normally. I'm drinking a cup of tea, which is fun. DJ, welcome. Howdy. Mitch, did you try Ingredients 07 2012? I have no idea what that means. Not a clue. You'll have to expand. No money, says Robert. You want to get some? Rob a bank. Welcome, Dropout. You are wearing Egoist. DJ is back. Welcome, P.O. Bankson. How are you? Pardon me. I was watching your stream the other day and someone said opium poor smells like Oriental armpit. Forever ruined that fragrance for me, says a man. I don't get that at all. I have no idea what they're talking about, frankly. This doesn't smell like Oriental armpit. It's sweet. It's billowous. Ingredients. I think that's a perfume one from Maison Gravelli. Welcome, Benji, as well. I've been keeping an eye on your eBay. I was, in fact, telling people the other day that you are selling a Cologne Officinale at an extremely reasonable price. Oh. Have you tried Les Indomables Vanille Havan? Bought it last week and loving it. Not only have I tried it, I bought it, and I have the extrait as well. Which ironically, I bought from Benji. So thank you for that. But it's a roll-on. I didn't know it was a roll-on. How strange. I don't mind. It's beautiful. It's incredible. The pair of them are. I would have preferred it as a spray, though, I must admit. But I imagine it's probably too thick to come out as a spray. That was a nice cup of tea. My mother was making one, so I said, I'll hop on that pot. And hop on that pot, I did. I've made a couple of purchases this weekend, my friends. Both yesterday. Both shipped today. One of them is a backup, which I bought for fucking next to nothing. And one of them is a version of a fragrance which I already own, but it's a different version. Oh, you silly sausage, Richard. Come on now. There it is. Scent of the day is Le Labo Cedar 37. I didn't even know that was a perfume. Welcome, Juro. Welcome, Christina. Welcome, Andy. How are you? I'm all right, Enrique. I'm very good. Evening all. Myths, man. Usually wake up to Ramsey's videos, which informs my scent of the day decision making, says Benji. It's a good way to be. Have you seen there's a bottle of Myths, man, in Germany for $200? I sent it to Ramsey and I was like, look. And he was like, oh, I'm not buying perfume. He was like, but $200 is a bargain. And he reviewed it yesterday. Oh, excuse me whilst I hydrate. I'm wearing Celine Rimbaud and loving it on that soft lavender tip this week. Have you tried Le Troisième Homme by Caron? Or have you tried oh God, Ma Liberté by Pachouli. Get the old versions, not the new ones. New ones are dross and the old ones are incredible. Incredible lavender, soft, powdery things. Good evening, Pradeep. Pradeep is wearing Comet. Welcome, Dushan. Welcome, MJ. Gucci Guilty Absolute. Sudden issue side effect and trader for Vinay Havan. Think I made a good trade personally. Probably the greatest trade in the history of trades. That is an incredibly understated thing you have just said there. Understatement of the year, possibly of the decade. Did see what I said about the pod. The pod. Evening, PO, bathed in Chanel. Come on, Meathman is too grey, says Ryan. We missed the duck on the weekend. The rotation made us miss you more, says Christina. I'm back. Here I am. How is it, Pradeep? The ash and chrysanthemum makes it grey. Almond powder from Chanel. Yikes. Also just bought Eris Night Flower. A blind buy, says Ryan. Pradeep, do I need it? No, you don't. Or else possibly if you enjoy powder skin scents. Night Flower is a good one, Ryan. Damn, I missed the duck. Welcome, Germs. How are you? Another gem from Dusha 4. Are you doing Rich? Sent us feeling agile. Nice. I feeling agile. I love feeling agile. My scent of the day is a Serge Luton also. I wore Ambra Sultan. I think I'm going to try and sneak in Vinay Havan. There's only 3 perfume days left of this season. And I think I'm going to rotate on Thursday afternoon. Ready for Friday, the first day of Sprung. Oh, sorry. I'm all right. Reaper, how are you? It's not a pink sugary cherry blossom concoction, thank God. Dusan, bro, very much agreed. What do you think the sweet spot is price-wise, where you can get the most bang for your buck? Ooh. If you'd asked us 5 years ago, I'd have said like 150 quid. Now, over the whole thing, like between discounters, designers, private blends, and fucking niche, probably about 250. Probably about 250. If you want good stuff. Because that's, people always, people when people say bang for your buck or value for money, what they mean is cheap. That's not what it means. It means you get the most out of every pound that you spend. I might need to think about that some more. It's a lot more stretched. You know, the market is stretched thin now. Discounters are hardly discounting anymore. They've been got at by the brands. Only Oris Eros says, I found out what I need to know. Love you, kiddos. I'm off to see the clients. You're off to see a tarot card reading, you rascal. Good evening to you. I hope you have a nice time. Let me think more about that. I've said 200 to 250. I'm not sure. Oh, I got the Ombre Leather Parfum decant today. I like it the best from the Tom Ford Leathers. The Ozonic Aquatic Spin on the DNA is very nice. Original Ombre Leather is too dark and thick. The original Ombre Leather has amber woods in it, which is very upsetting. Bravo Gems, I like the old Lartisan bottles. Probably a video out on first impressions. Good idea. Wearing Spite EDT right now. Good evening, Manly Sense. Okay, when Harrod gets it, I'm ordering it, says Oris. Parfum de Molly came out with their take on Tiger Turtle Hermes. Bright yellow bottle also. Scent of the day is Oscar Paul Louis. Today I really felt the similarity with On Taste in the opening. Interesting. I think I've put that in my spring and summer rotation for some reason. Show me too, maybe more than the old Surge bottles. Don't tell Rich, I'm fuming. Welcome, Carl Charles, who are wearing Corpus Equus. I wasn't a fan of Corpus Equus. It was too much. It was too much. Corpus Equus is heavy leather. Sneak some Balenciaga Pour Harmerich, Mitch. I will. I will try. You know. I'll attempt it. We'll see. Oh, Camel's really nice, isn't it? Camel's like a modern day opium. With a bit of incense, with a fat pound of incense. Resin, sticky. Sticky resin, sticky icky. Welcome, FI. What perfumes are you most looking forward to wearing this spring, Rich? Prada Amber Pour Pavarotti. Ma Liberté. Ma Liberté. What else? I think I'm going to keep Wada Turkey in the rotation. Aberdeen Lavender. Yeah. Nexon by Tower. Oh, excuse me. Pardonnez-moi. There's a modern bottle of Queer by Moda Diorio. Where's the vintage one? It is in my shelf. I actually bought a backup of the vintage. I got a full bottle for £130. They had it up for sale for 200. I offered 130, and that's what I paid for it. I smelled Old Spice in supermarket today out of nostalgia. It felt amber woody. Don't remember it being that way. No, they'll have butchered it. Apparently they've got rid of Old Spice, haven't they? They've discontinued Old Spice. Like as a fragrance. I'm sure they have. Like I've seen posts about it and shit. Sorry, I'm eating a Milky Way. Delbert Garcia. Sorry, I've got a mouthful. Give us a sound. For some reason, that was a really noisy Milky Way. It was graceful, really. Pardon me. Eat that shit. My guilty pleasure is Ideal Cologne Citrus Almond Musk. Beautiful. Any have experience with Vetiver Extraordinaire, says FI. I've got a bottle. Heard they have butchered it in the current formulation. Oh no. Hard fragrance to butcher, that. It's a lovely Vetiver fragrance, but very... I imagine it's quite difficult one to butcher because it's literally just Vetiver, you know? It's just Vetiver. Oh, I've got some choices to make. I've worn Amber Sultan today. Somebody mentioned sneak in a Balenciaga pour on. I'll probably do that. Should I sneak in a Tower? Should I sneak in a Vanille Havane? Should I sneak in a Pachouli Noisette? A Queer Canage? A Knisa 10? A Secret de Parfum? An AMN? I'll be wearing Tobacco Oud on Thursday, and I'll be wearing Green Irish Tweed on Friday. We know this. Ombre leather. Ambre leather? What's this about ambre leather? Are you wearing GIT on Friday? I certainly am, Delbert. Did you check out any of the leathers that people suggested to you the other day? Welcome, A. Vetiver Oriental remains my favourite Vetiver. I keep forgetting about it, says Germs. It's a strange one. I don't know. I've got the Palais Royale version. And the chocolate's very... It's very different to the modern Vetiver Oriental, which is much more ambery. This one's much more chocolatey. And it's like a green chocolate. The Vetiver and the chocolate's very... Because it's like a milky chocolate kind of thing. I didn't even get much vetiver. What from? Vetiver Oriental? Could be your skin. Could be my skin, to be fair. Nobody ever thinks about that, do they? Favourite vetiver rich? Top 3, says FI. Oof. Oof. I'd probably put Guerlain's vetiver at the top. I still think it's very difficult to match or top, you know, as far as vetiver's concerned. Sorry. As far as vetiver's concerned. Have you tried Goutal vetiver? I had a bottle and had to smell it. It was far too dark. It was like tar. It was really like fucking tarmac, like asphalt on the road. Fresh asphalt is what it smelled like on me. It was like root de vetiver. Bah, it was extremely, it was like thick, like molten tar. That's what it smelled like on me. Strange how that happens, isn't it? I don't know that I'm not going to sell this Pachouli Koza, you know. Pachouli Koza. Moskva. Hyacinth chamomile. Camomile. Black pepper. Leather, honey, incense. Pachouli. Sell MXXX ASAP. Do you have Vetiver Extreme by Guerlain? How different from the original? I don't, sorry. Willkommen, Divine, Herr Divine. Just finished your daily German. Schnell. I've never tried the modern, but it's a vetiver that actually interesting. Yes, it is interesting. There's a lot of vetivers that just put vetiver in a bottle and say, here's an interesting perfume, don't you think? And usually I'm like, no. No, I don't think. Glückwunsch, Divine. Weiter so. Schnell. Achtung, baby. Probably, do you got lots of amber woods and herbs, Veebs, like Perso claims my nose is subpar, evidently, says James. I don't know. I haven't watched Persoles for a while now. My scent of the day was Initio Addictive Vibration. Mostly just to get a statement on the Parfumo. Smelled like angel, blending was poor. Well, blending was poor was something you could say about all of the Initios. Excuse me. Do you know that kosher means leather here in the Balkans? I think it means leather in lots of Eastern European places. So it's like leather patchouli or patchouli leather. I think I'm going to sell that patchouli kosher. I like it, but I don't. I've never worn it. You know what I mean? Must have worn it like once or twice. Thick juice. Thick juice. Do you see Jacob Rothschild died today? I'm not getting into it, and I'm not getting into politics. It was just a remarkable thing that happened in the world. Lots of people were like, ooh. Excuse me whilst I hydrate. I will not sell that biche. Oh, fuck, that's not easy to say. I will not sell that biche patch from Crivelli. It is not rotten. The duck speaking German, we need more. Not sure if Amber Woods, but Nigel has this ashy mineralic metallic base aroma in many of her scents. Like Eau Givre has it too, says Pradeep. Can't wait to wear a Scallon Haiti in the summer. Yes, that's a favourite vetiver of mine as well. It's fabulous. Why did they discontinue Vetiver Extreme? Guerlain seems to get nothing right these days. It does seem like that. They are a bit like that meme of Sideshow Bob, where he just keeps stepping on the rakes and slapping himself in the face. That's kind of what Guerlain seems to be these days, to be honest with you. It's a bit of a... They've become a bit of a pastiche, not a pastiche. They've become a bit of a joke, like. They're a bit ridiculous. Ow. Sorry, I keep slapping myself. That's for saying that fucking Guerlain slapped themselves. He died a pauper, not even a billionaire, says Galen. I was a bit nostalgic last night and went on LEX fragrance review marathon from videos 9 years ago. Oh my god, so funny, but love them all, says Nicole 3000. What's Lex? Oh, Lex Ellis. I thought you meant LEX. Lex Ellis, yes. Yes, I miss Lex. He's not interested in fragrances anymore. He just sort of got over them. Roddy, thank you. Very interesting. Ein Dutch enter. Slap my biche up. Oh. Smack my biche up. Hello, Kid Hofseth. You are wearing Isara and testing Matcha Premiere Neroli Orangeur on my skin. I've heard it's a rare citrus that doesn't disappear. I don't like Matcha Premiere. I think they're crap. Pretty bad brand, in my humblest opinion. Oh, I'm sore. I did loads of garden work. Yes, sort of garden work. I say it wasn't really garden work. I did lots of power washing yesterday. Knackered. Sore, stiff, pain. So far, quite liking the chronotropes, says DJ. Les Udrance did an episode on them a while back, didn't they? Welcome, Lane. How are you? I'm okay. How is your day? Metra poo poo, says DJ. All good and different opinions. I've never tried any of the Matcha line, any of the other Matcha line. They're not great. They're not great. They're a bit naff, I think. But that's just what I think. If you like them, like them. I think you can get them at discounters, can't you? So I'm told. So I'm led to believe. Oh. I have so many to sample where I try to save one wrist for a sample. Remember, liking what you like is more important than conforming to what other people don't like. Yes. So many samples where I try to save one wrist for a sample. I used to wear 4 perfumes. I used to wear 5. I used to wear my scent of the day. And then I used to wear a different perfume on the top of each hand. And then I used to wear a perfume on each forearm as well to sample. I don't sample that much anymore. Just give myself a break. I don't know why, but when people start getting into fragrances, they're always in a hurry, you know? Especially if you're into modern perfumes, they're not going away. Yes, they may be reformulated. Yes, they may get more expensive, but they're not necessarily going away. Excuse me. Got me a dupe of Aqua Amara called Clear Amara C. Wow. Oof. Dua. I do not recommend. And yesterday, I sprayed vintage Habit Rouge on one hand and modern on the other. The modern one lasted longer, but the vintage smells better and fuller. Lord Quack. Welcome, Bob. Busy Monday here, but I'm doing good. I wore Adamus Devon to work again. Nice. Who was it? Was it Ramsey who said that? That's what Desandra was like. It was a bit like Adamus Devon. I think Zerjov drops A2A this Friday. Wonder if it's worth pulling my wang out and dropping a €500 blind buy. That's a lot of money to blind buy, mate. I wouldn't say this neroli is buy-worthy for me, but I do like to test things out on skin. It's a good idea. Tried vintage Heritage, and it's just as weak as the modern EDT, says FI. Enrique says, do you like Radical Rose from Matière Première? I thought it was one of the least offensive ones, but I didn't like it. I thought it was pretty boring, actually. You could get Rose Oil Esparta from Ostens, which will do similar things. You know? Hey, Bob. I just about got your samples ready to ship to you. I'll probably send them out midweek if I can make it to the post, says Lynn. Exciting. Our original A2. Is that Alexandria 2? As a signature, question is if it's actually better than the original. Person shrugging, says Divine. Is Ostens worth the price to you? What prices do the Ostens go for? £95 at Selfridges. Yes. For 50ml of the quality of the ingredients, and I don't think they're not gonna change your life. It's just whether you like the fragrances or not. But for £95 compared to everything else on the market, yeah. I think £95 is like, it's not a bad price, that, at all. Somehow this tiny fucking brand has got a store in Marylebone. Just round from the Sherlock Holmes Museum. I think the cedar one was actually really nice, but I would say that worth sampling. The sample set's £40, which is a bit outrageous for 6 2ml samples. Alexandria 2, yep, the powdery rose oud. So what's A2A? Scent of the day, Citron Noir. Even though it's a heavy citrus fragrance, the cedar and smoke base is great during the transitional period from winter to spring. Kate says, I love the suggestion to not hurry, especially actually buying a full bottle. Ideally finish a sample, then maybe more. I do feel like I knock most off my list when I sample them. Yes, that's how it should be. Rarely do I actually buy a perfume when I've sampled it, like from samples and stuff, you know. It's people should, excuse me, people should be a lot more, how can I put it, discerning. People should be a lot more discerning with their perfume spending habits. Hello, Tall Monies. Hello. Ever tried Afternoon Swim by Louis Vuitton? Currently waiting for a sample, hoping there is some kind of depth to it. Yes, but I can't remember it. I think me and Duo sampled it. Lol, oops, didn't know they were so reasonable. Thought they were priced much higher. A2A is Alexandria 2 Anniversary, basically a flanker release of the original with redone notes. They already did this with L. For L, with L Anniversary. But A2A was Harrods exclusive for February. Eau de Gentiane Blanche is a strange cologne. What's that? Who makes that? Boboosh, welcome. Breakfast time. Too early to consider a scent of the day. Paul Robertson says scent of the day is Lalique. Terre aromatique. Lalique's an underrated house. Lalique is definitely an underrated house. One of the better designers. You would class them as a designer. Divine says, but speaking of samples, did you see that the new Orige Doria will have a mini set to try their new scents? I'll spend that €45 instantly. Never smelled an Orige Doria before. And €45 is far lower buy-in than $1,730 for the set. Yeah, the thing is that they will go quick. They will go quick. And one is inspired by Ramsey, apparently. Amen to that, says Pradeep. Says James, I beg your pardon. Has anyone tried Cartier Les Ours de Parfum line, says Carl Schott. Somebody else asked me that the other day. I think it was Dura Rose. But no, I haven't. Smelled Comet today, finally, says Pradeep. Got me a little wooden cabinet, kind of like what you have, Rich, to store my fragrances in. And when I put all the bottles in there, I realised I have way too many bottles. I need to sell some things. Yeah, that's one of the ways I originally started to slow my purchasing down, was by I didn't want to have any bottles sitting on top of other bottles. I still do have 2. But compared to what I used to have like 40. I used to have loads of bottles on top of other bottles. I still need to sell some stuff. I've got loads of stuff up for sale, but just nobody's buying it. What else? Yeah, storage. This is where I store my perfumes, and if it got too much, I would have to sell some. It's a good way of starting to strip back. I bought when Early Greek recommended it on JJ's live stream. It's one of my favourite Hermes, says Pat. Orige Fomo scents average at best. I'm not a big fan of that style of perfume. He sound Russian Adam, though. So Russian Adam's like a nice person, like. It's interesting, Pradeep. How was the new Chanel? I thought it was pleasant almond powder scent, says Pradeep. Is it girly and feminine and powdery and not worth the crazy price? Says Spaced Out. I didn't say shit, you were there 2 days ago and wasn't there. It's there today. I should come by on Monday for a little something. I feel like getting a bottle of something next month, but I likely won't, says TJ. Those cologne are underrated. They last more than you think, and the scent profile is quite rich. Is it Rich Mitch, though? Who knows? Oh, People are going to complain about performance for sure. Yeah. I mean, the Leon was an absolute beast. The Leon was a fucking massive perfume. You know? Huge it was. Huge it was. So this kind of feels like an evening out. This feels like a evening out, like a leveling out. Well, I had a blood taken today. My fucking arm had a bit of a spaz. Did some strange things. Really Paris Mont Fresh perfume vintage Vetiver sample. Good. What the fuck? I need to decide what my next first impressions are going to be. I might sneak in another review this week. Excuse me whilst I hydrate. But I don't know what. I do not know what. Might wear Strange Love again this week, actually. It is rich, but not Rich Mitch. I mean, what is rich? I feel like getting a bottle of something next month. If you had to choose between Mitsuko, the vintage Anoush has, or Cologne Officinal, both priced similarly, I would go with Cologne Officinale, but that's because I don't like Mitsuko. And Mitsuko's nothing I would wear. Cologne Officinale is exactly something I would wear. Rich sells some Montfresh samples. Rich does not sell Montfresh samples. That sample's very strange, mate. Is it thick? Is it rich? Is it dense? I am all three of those things. This is Skin Sense, says Prodeep. Excuse me. Do you like comets? Have you ever had a comet experience? It's super delicious. What about the powder experience? Leave a comment so I can find out. There's some drama brewing with young Sebastian that we may or may not hear about. But we'll see. Rich sells some Montfresh samples. Rich would never. The duck is a flightless bird. Yes. I certainly sit still and do nothing. Excuse me. Yes, Jura, I heard he's selling all his Balenciaga Pour Homs as well. You have heard wrong. Very incorrect you are. Drama. I must know, says DJ. Have you ever gotten your nose on pussy? Yes, I have many times. Thank you for asking. I really enjoyed a sample of Cologne Officinale, but it's hard to find a full bottle here in the States. You can order straight from the website. You can order straight from Healy. I think they'll ship to America. Excuse me. Le Leon is the beast, king of the jungle, says Dropout. Sebastian says, spaced out. He started to feature his 20-something friends in his videos. Yeah. Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah. Let's not go any further into that, lest we get fucking Bond number 9'd. Almond is big news, says Bob. Le Leon is, let's not go there anymore. Yes, let's not. Awful. Why am I yawning? What's going on here? Have you ever yawned? Have you had a yawning experience? Have you ever yawned at an inappropriate time? Leave a comment down below so I can hear about your yawning experiences. Let's get a conversation started after we've yawned. Colonna Fissionale is good, but I already have so much aromatic fougere in that style. It is. It's just dry and soapy. I fucking love it, man. It's great. Lane, they ship to the US on the site, but I'm not sure how much reasonable shipping is for bottles. Says A. Almond was not on the note list, or am I wrong? It certainly smells of almonds, according to Prodeep. I think 31 or Sycamore are the best exclusives. Coromandel sort of loses me after the opening, says Spaced Out. I think what is in the new Les Exclusives lineup, but what the fuck? Why am I yawning so much? What's happening? I think Sycamore and Quaderusi are probably the best in the line. Was not on the list, am I wrong? I think 31 Rue Cambon are the best Coromandel, so loses me after the opening. Remember, people, note list means fuck all, says DJ. Kind of agree. Oh. Rich, are you getting your paws on some Comet soon? Hopefully not. Doesn't sound like my type of fragrance at all. I'm more looking forward to smelling New Look by what they call Dior. I was talking to Rachel today. Rachel was saying that she was pleasantly surprised and really liked it. I'm intrigued to smell it. Oh no, I've thrown my tower lid on the floor. Come back. Don't be that way. Don't leave me this way. I don't understand why people allow offers on eBay if they aren't willing to accept a 10 or less pointless. Yeah, people are ridiculous. What are you trying to buy? What you been trying to purchase? I feel the same way, Spaced Out. I really love the opening of Coromandel, but wished it lasted longer. For the live stream, I shall do some sprays from my Cologne Aficionale sample, says A. I find Vetiver boring, and then Sycamore happens, says Dropout. What up, all? What up, Ace of Souls? 31 Rue Cambon the only exclusive I own, but that's only because I got a great deal. I'm just not in the Chanel herd, says James. I'm not either. Antaeus, Quaderusi, Sycamore Coromandel, Cocoa, Vintage Cocoa. I think that's all I've got from Chanel. It's got fucking... It's got a very particular vibe, and I'm not part of it. Ace of Souls is wearing XS by Paco Rabanne. That's something I'm looking forward to wearing. Call Dakab. Dig up. For a decant, Rich. Alliances a scene where they are making a movie about Dior and Chanel. It's called The New Look. I suppose it's a film about the history of the brand. Yeah, it's a film. It's a film from the Dior perspective, and they paint Chanel out to be a fucking somebody who collaborated. Jacob is adamant that she was not a collaborator. Jacob knows his stuff. He's not a Billy bullshitter. But the prevailing wisdom is that she was a collaborator and she tried to use the anti-Jewish laws to get rid of the Wertheimers, but I don't know. I haven't looked into it. I don't know. That's just the prevailing wisdom, isn't it? Prevailing wisdom can be fucking absolute bollocks sometimes, frankly. So, who knows? I'm very into the heavier city exclusives by Le Labo lately. I dig those, and the rarity means no one will even be close to smelling like me. I don't know if anyone here cares about smelling like no one else. I think everybody wants to smell like themselves. I think here, in this little corner of even Fragcom, we care more about smelling different to other people than even most of the rest of Fragcom, because they're into Sauvage, Bleu de Chanel, Dylan Blue, clones, parfums de Marley, and that's a lot of what everybody wears. They shift the most units, of course, just by the numbers. That's all you need to do. I mean, I don't mean to sound superior, even though I'm not against sounding superior when it's warranted. We do care about smelling differently, I think. Like, there's a lot of people who look at, like, the stuff. And, I mean, to be fair, that's not a bad way to be, you know? Just go, if all the fish are swimming in one direction, if you go in the other direction, you'll find something different, you know? I like finding different things. I like being different from other people, even just for the sake of bloody fucking mindedness sometimes. Everyone's like, don't turn fucking left, you'll die. And I'll be like, oh, I'll die, will I? Huh? Will I? Aye. Will I die? Will I? All right, then. I'm still turning left, you know. So, there is call for that sometimes. But I do like smelling like my own stuff. But at the same time, if I liked something that everybody, as I've got older, I've kind of matured to the point where, like, if I like something that everyone else likes it, I'm not going to cut my nose off to smite me face. It's going to get slapped by lightning or something, you know. Cut down with the pox. A plague of frogs takes me out. No, if I like something that everybody else likes, I'm going to like it because I like it. You know, you've got to become more confident in your own sort of... in your own opinion. You've got to find yourself. And then just be like, right, there's a lot of fucking outside noise, and just like, right, that just needs to just stop that. Just very quietly and very fucking purposefully, just, no, thank you, goodbye. I'm going to do what I want to do because it's my fucking money, it's my fucking taste, it's my enjoyment, it's my joy, my happiness. I am going to wear the fuck I want to fucking wear and be happy. I would recommend you apply that to all aspects of your life. You will be happier in yourself. Ryan Wise says, Rich, I got a free sample of New Look and absolutely hated it. Oh no. Just ordered 3 Matiere samples. Oh, good grief. Did you do that for? Dropout says, you have Cristal too. I do. I quite like Muster Shin 30, says Germ says Antaeus 19 and Egoist. I've got Egoist and Cologne Concentrate as well, and I've got Cristal. Christ, yes, of course. What the hell am I talking about? Rich, get a Luron Sport O Extremity sample, but freaking works. It's best. I don't like it. What tea do you drink, says Lily. I drink Yorkshire tea. The Labo Cedrat 37 is a great city exclusive, but not worth the price. It's a niche take on Dioram Sport 2008. I don't like the Labos. I think they're very plain. And the ones that aren't plain are shit. A lot of people don't buy stuff because they like it. They buy it because it's popular. Yes. That's a lot of what influencers and influencing is all about. You know? Patting people on the head and saying, well done. Good for you. Aren't you a good boy? You're a good boy. You know what you're talking about. You've got good taste. Well done. That reassurance that people need when they're children. essentially, and they need that reassurance in life in one respect or another well into their adulthood. Except when you're an adult, you've got money. And companies have figured that out, and have known that for a long time. It's what a lot of marketing is based on. People would buy battery acid if it was popular and lasted 12 hours. I mean, I've smelled clones, I don't... Some of them do smell that way, to be fair. Best thing I did for my enjoyment of this hobby is to stop listening to other people. So many stuff I love that I waited to try because I was told it's not good. Yes. And the opposite is true as well. You try lots of stuff that you don't enjoy because you're told that it is good. And when you realise the motivation for this is money, it makes you quite upset. When one starts owning a large number of fragrances, like most of us, they have difficulty establishing their own smell due to so much variety. Quite. But it's always nice to try different things as well. I think there's a very good point that I heard Justin Copeland make a few years ago when he said, really, when you've got a massive collection, there's no need to get 100 mils of anything. And it's a good point. I mean, it's obviously not advice I've taken. Do you know what I mean? But it's not to say it's not a good point. Oh, God, will I sneak Rihanna in this week? Oh, God almighty. It's so avid. It's absolutely avid. Whoa! That is a raging perfume, that. You have Paul Monsieur too. Yes, that's true. You are not into Chanel, but you have more than me, and I am into it, says Dropout. Yes, that's true. I've got this thing, right, where I've got so many perfumes that I can only remember the ones that are like directly in front of us, and then I'm like, oh yeah, of course I've got that. You're right. I've got Paul Monsieur EDP and the Cologne Concentrate, which is the same perfume. I've got Cristal. I think I've got number 22, a little bottle of 22, but I might be wrong. Fuck me, what else have I got? I mean, I've had other things as well. I had Bleu de Chanel Parfum. I find the worst bit is people doing everything to have what they bought validated by random people on the internet. It's sad. It's sad, really, Like, I feel like it's a bit, I mean, I'm using the word pathetic because it's not very therapeutic, but it's a bit pathetic, Fuck what other people think on the... Once you get over that, but then I was there at that point when I was much younger, not to do with perfume, to do with, like, other things. It's not even people on the internet, really. Excuse me whilst I hydration. I realised I hadn't smelled 4 Mathias. I could get 3 of them for €15 with 0% shipping cost. It's not bad. If it wasn't Mathias, Oud 7 is Harrods exclusive. Can't get that directly from Matière Première. Why are Harrods taking exclusives from Matière Première? I'm on the shit. If you're buying something and you yourself don't like it personally, is one of the most pathetic things one can do. Yes. Have some self-respect. I kind of understand the need for validation. Yeah, I understand the need for validation. I do understand why people do it. I'm just saying it's something that people do when there's something lacking or there isn't, that kind of self-worth kind of thing. It's obviously something. You don't need that external validation. You should have internal validation. That's not to say that you should only be concerned with your own opinion. Obviously, don't just go out and be an arsehole for no reason, But I'm an indecisive person, so being able to learn from someone else's experience in the hobby is valuable. Yes, taking advice from other people is spot on. Like I say, when I started watching perfume videos and reviews, and I've said this loads on the channel, a lot of my taste is taken from Robes Away. You know, he influenced me to try loads of different things. Having other people direct you to try things. Don't buy things because they say to. Try things. You know, I want to try this. I want to try that. I want to sample this. I want to sample that. You don't need to go out and spend hundreds on a perfume or click on a link in someone's bio or description because somebody says to, especially if you haven't tried it before. I will never tell you people to fucking blind buy something. That is outrageous. You are spending someone else's money to enrich yourself. I think it's not illegal, but it's morally, is it reprehensible? Or is it just morally bad? It shows a disregard for the people you are talking to. You know? It shows that they don't think that much of you and they don't have your best interests at heart. Say if you see a video and somebody's promoting Parfums de Marly Herod, right? And they say, Herod, this is amazing. It's brilliant. Here, you click my link and get fucking 20% off. Right? Say you've smelled Herod before and you like it. And you thought to yourself, you know, I wish this was 20% cheaper. And if it was 20% cheaper, I'd buy it. That might be a good time to use that link. But if you've never smelled it before, if you only smelled it once or twice and you aren't sure about it, don't let that be the thing that makes you buy it. For fuck's sake. Divine, do you like 1861 Renaissance? Is it a good citrus aromatic? I don't like it. Bizarre bitter mint in there. Oh, I like a bizarre bitter mint. But it certainly keeps me from taking leaps of faith and purchasing things. Yeah, leaps of faith, no. Don't just buy things. Sample them. Try them. Try them. Make sure you like them. You know? Surprisingly, there's a huge lack of personality and self-expression in this community. Lots of sheep. Yes. Yes, there is. There is a lot of people. There's a lot of followers. I think that's true in life. A lot more followers than leaders. You know? It just is. I think that's a very good point. I'm going to join soon. Don't worry, not on this channel with this persona, though. Let us know, and I will tell people. And that's don't mean much to me. Even their sales associate are saying almonds. Video out tonight. Product will be dropping a video. The tricky thing for me, says Kate Hofseth, the feel of the bottle and the aesthetics do affect my feelings about the perfume. So buying decants beyond a small sample isn't exciting for me, but it is smart for sure. Yes, well, if you're buying bottles for the way they feel, then just buy an empty bottle and save yourself a fortune. All right? Don't buy something you don't like the smell of just for the bottle. I like to have a full bottle of something, I must admit. But I wouldn't buy something for the bottle that I didn't love. You just can't. You're not buying perfumes at that point. I've called myself a bottle collector before. I've called other people bottle collectors. You know? People do collect bottles of stuff. Redolescence is a bottle collector. Stephen from Redolescence, he's a bottle collector now. He doesn't collect perfumes, he collects bottles. Like he fucking, like, I've got loads of different. I mean, I've got bottles which I prefer more than other bottles, and it's because of the way they feel. I love an ergonomic bottle. This is one of the best bottles I've got as a bottle, right? The way this feels in the hand is absolutely incredible. I fucking love it. It's got those nice round lines. I'll tell you what else, the old Maître Parfumé Elegante ones as well. They're really nice. This is going to fall. I knew that was going to fucking happen. These old Maître Parfumé Elegantes, these, oh, woof. I might do a top 10 bottles video. That would be interesting. Not the perfumes, the bottles. That's Amber Peugeot. So vanillic. Antace. The Antace bottle's really... Someone said the duck was flightless, but it's not. It just took flight. The old Antace bottles, based on the old Cuir de Russie type bottles from the 80s. That's a really nice bottle, you know. The Tower bottles are nice, but they're not very ergonomic. I like the way they look. I like the colour, you know. The Antace bottle's really nice, and it's really satisfying spray as well. The Serge Lutens ones, Serge Lutens bottles are some of the nicest bottles there are, you know. Oh shit, that Costume National bottles are really nice. Strangely enough, the Tom Ford 50ml bottles are really nice, but the 100ml ones are awkward and weird. The Dior Privé bottles, they are amazing. The big 250ml, because I've got big hands, there's nothing I love more than spraying a shit ton of that stuff on. Amazing feeling. Féminité du Bois might be the best bottle I own. Sneak in some Antace. I wear that a lot during the cold nights in winter. Yeah, I might have a spritz of Antace. Like, I just smelled it there. It's fucking lovely. I'm slowly getting to the bottle buying phase. I'd say I need 50 samples so far. Sample, don't rush. It's not a race. It's a good point. I wear vintage Caron Pour on, but also like Cologne Aficionale. Not sure which to get for spring. Take your time. Ask a Nuge. A Nuge might have some vintage Pour on. Welcome, Tripler. We're in a bit of Gilles Sander Man today. Quite nice. Is that in the really dark blue bottle? And I mean like almost black. Because I had a bottle of that and it was quiet. It was quiet. Bottle man, they say. I like collecting fragrances though. It's fun to have a variety. And I just love the art and bottle the way they look. But you should really enjoy the perfume. I couldn't buy a perfume that I didn't like the smell of just for the bottle. I mean, if that's what you want to do, it is essentially your money, and you can do what you want with your bloody money, and don't let some twit on the internet tell you not to. You know what I mean? I'm talking about myself there. I just buy a Bijou says, don't give Duchan your number. Why not? Cartier do a good bottle. Well, that's that game, isn't it? Them and Lalique. They're like, I mean, Cartier like designs glassware all the time, don't they? They're a jewellery company. I love Cartiers. I love everything Cartier. I think they're fantastic. Me and Elton John. Bijou says, don't give Duchan your number. Welcome, Wesley Garlic. How are you? A Panther Cartier bottle is amazing. Difficult to control my impulses. Ooh, steady. That bottle looks like it's made to fit in a coat pocket where a flask would go. Yes. Flask disguised as a perfume bottle. Welcome, Fragrance Journey. How are you? How is the goat? The goat? I love Guerlain's B bottles that you sent carries Healy here in the US. I guess I'm a bottle collector to some extent. Some bottles are just way better than that. Do you know what it is? As I'm saying all of this, I think there is a a bad bottle can put you off. You know what I mean? To some extent, we are bottle collectors. Like, to some extent, it's just not, I wouldn't buy something just based off the bottle. Because essentially it is a perfume. Buy an empty one. The bottle of Antaeus is Darth Vader. Listerine on nice too, says Dropout. Gucci Guilty Absolute looks like a whiskey flask. Yes. 50ml Surge. Yeah, the vintage Surge bottles are absolutely special. Wearing Facon Nabal stripe today. It's quite nice. A woody spicy. I need to try Gucci Guilty cologne. It's quiet. You need to plaster it on. Black bottle, mandarin and suede. Don't give Duchan your number. Why not? What's he done to you, Bijou? Is he sending you messages? Pictures? Best thing is when a fragrance becomes your fragrance, like it is part of your life and enters your comfort zone, says Spaced Out. Yes. Which have you done any premiere videos? What do you mean premiere? Have I ever premiered stuff? Yes, a couple of times. I'm not a fan. Best thing is when Panthea Spaced Out Guilty Cologne has a urinal cake type vibe, but I like it. That reminds us, I'm going to start wearing Koros again in the spring. Headed to Dubai. Let's hope to smell a bunch of stuff, says Fragrance Journey. Outrageous. Get yourself a watch. There's loads of watch stuff over there. You know what I mean? Like all the best watches in the world. They'll just let you try on £1 million watches and shit like that. It's crazy. I've seen all sorts of madnesses going on in Dubai. Like the police are just glorified fucking... fucking what are those people in Baywatch? I can't remember what you call them. Lifeguards. The police have glorified lifeguards. Right. I am going to dehydrate. I'll be back in a minute. Please stick around. Bear with. If you would like to like the stream, I shall not prevent it. Bilbo Baggins. Hello. I hath returned. Oh, I'm back. Oh, okay. I am back. Oh. Where is my live stream? Queer Canage. Bobby, do you like Queer Canage? Queer Canage, like Queer Moresque on steroids plus some iris and smoke. It's a thick one. I haven't worn much Queer Canage this year, which is a shame because I really enjoy it. I looked away from chat for 2 seconds and Dushan took my number, says he. Very much. Give me your bottle. Yo, 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 welcome, Ram. How is Ram? Wonder if Demi is available for private sessions. Says Tripler. Queer Canage is the last truly great Dior, in my opinion, says Spaced Out. Creator Russi EDT 200ml on Parfuma for €500. Says Spaced Out. Interesting. I wonder if... Oh, no, I just sold mine to Rudy. Give me just a rose, if anything. Just my preference is Spaced Out. I'm parked at the beach and there's geese walking on the shore. We'll send them your regards, Duck. Thank you. Send them my regards, not my location. Angry little bastards. Dehydrated and dequeefed. 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 Bequeefed. Good grief. Bequeefed. Oh, excuse me whilst I hydrate. Like just a Jura. A good sprayer is a game changer. Ducita has super fine mist. I hate sprayers all limp. The Dior sprayers probably remain unfucking undefeated, like, if I'm honest. I'm thinking of other sprayers which are as good, and I'm not sure there are any. Hermes sprayers are okay. But the Dior ones are just fucking absolutely immense, like. You know what I mean? Good lord. Shit sprayers can't fuck up an experience. The entire pump and colour of the sample move when you press it, says a. My Ministry of Scent samples will shoot jets of juice instead of spray. Jets of juice. Jets of juice was not easy to say. The bag of rose has to me and my top roses from Dominatrix Les Moors. Tar sprays are shite, says Baboosh. The were shite, they're not as shite as the were. The were really shite though, like really shite. To be fair, it was ruinous. The newer sprayers are much better, to be fair. I really like the smell of this. Lonesome Rider. I really like the smell of this. It's just... It's like a modern Fahrenheit with a much thicker fuel note. You know? Much thicker fuel. Any fave sites for 2ml and larger spray samples and decant scent split has been good for me. In the UK, there is... Oh, God. In the UK, there is Fragrance Samples UK, which I use for a lot of stuff. It's Greggy Boy, but I do buy all me. Like I've never got anything free off him, and I wouldn't take anything free off him. But in the USA, I mean, Lucky Scent have got all of the fucking fragrances. It's just put them all into fucking dabbers. The fucking perverts. Do you think they just do it just to fucking piss what off? Do you think they fucking have a little cheeky giggle to themselves when they're decanting into that fucking... Welcome RXL, how are you? Have you smelled the latest designer releases? The funniest being the new Hermes 24 vibes. Like the previous iterations, just watered down with price increase. Yeah, that's kind of the state of the fragrance community at the minute. Not the fragrance community, the fragrance industry. Like, that's exactly what's happening. You can look at Chanel, look at Dior, YSL, fucking Creed, fucking Mall, Gucci, all of them watering down their fragrances and charging more money for them. It's absolutely perverse. Absolutely perverse. And the price increases are getting bigger, not as a percentage, but in absolute terms. So the Chanel prices are like 500 quid now, 500 euros, $500 now for 200 mil. Granted, it's a lot of juice, but next year, guaranteed, set your fucking watch by it, they'll be 550. And the year after that, they'll be 600. Right? And the year after that, they'll be 660. 10% a year. But that amount creeps up each time. We will see one day, not too soon, 5 to 10 years, $1,000 bottles of Chanel Les exclusives at retail. I haven't smelled the new H24. I hated the original. The Eau de Toilette was fucking lifting. It smelled like fucking grass growing on top of like a metal fucking... What's that? A corrugated iron. It was like a metallic green fragrance. That was rough as guts. I just bought Tobacco Rose on eBay. I'm so excited. It reminds me of something in childhood. Kind of into a few Papillon artisans. It's a good niche house. I don't know if she's indie. Would I say she was indie? I don't know. I don't know enough about the brand, but she's good. She makes good quality stuff. You know? It's not shit. Like, it's really good quality. She's got huge boobs as well. So, I mean, fuck me. What's not to like? But yes, the perfumes are fantastic, to be fair. If she is indie, she's one of, if not the best indie perfumer. She's fucking fantastic. She's really good. Considering she's in her 50s, she's fucking goodness me. I don't really care about boobs all that much, to be honest. Overhyped boobs? What is this? Can't overhype boobs. Surely not. Overhyped boobs? Good projection on them, to be fair. Thick. Can't overhype boobs. What's going on here? I heard such madness. What is happening? God, whoever put the fucking foil on these tablets is a fucking pervert. I'm more into personality these days. What? What's going on? Surely you jest. Yes, Kate, it's wonderful juice. Do you know if Joma Shop is legit to order from, Doug? I know nothing about Joma Shop. The only thing I know about Joma Shop is the Americans talk about it. But I've no experience, so I can't say good or bad. But I would say that you should always let other people make that mistake first. You know? Let other people make that shit mistake first and see what the reviews come back as. I need to ask Anuj where he gets his atomizers. Those bad boys can mist finally. Honestly, Anuj's samples are amazing. They're dead sturdy as well. I'll say something else too. I got some from a website called Ampulla in the UK. They sell glass bottles and sprayers. And fuck me, those sprayers are fucking huge. Huge they are. I ordered some samples from Fragrant World Shop. Don't know much about them. They are from Portugal. The Portuguese are generally sound. I don't think I can ever forgive Hermes for the Oud release. I need to destroy all my bottles from them, says Spaced Out. Ooh. Pradeep sent me a picture today of a sealed bottle of Oud Alazan, which is the new Hermes, and somebody was selling it on Vinted in Europe for €85. It's clearly stolen. It has to be stolen. Nobody could have knocked up an Oud Alazan copy that quickly or have had the inducement to do so because they don't know if it's going to be a good seller, and then selling it for 85 quid. I mean, how much are you really making there? You know? So I think it's nicked. Surprised to read this, Ramon, that Duchefort did Messe de Minuit. Is that in your arsenal, Doug? Yes, I've got the old one. I want an older one. Heard it's changed a lot. Well, I was told by a little bird that last week, decided that they would give their fragrance producing contract to L'Oreal. So Etro is now a dead brand. Buy the vintage if you're going to. I used to say their fragrances had held up really well. As of last week, they have not. So fucking L'Oreal is where brands go to die. It happened to Prada. It happened to Mugler. Famously happened to Mugler. Fucking just L'Oreal, absolutely destroyer of perfume. Good Lord, it might be a serious investment at 10% a year, says he. She is indie. She's delicious. I don't care about boobs. I still can't get over that, my Lord. I associate boobs with pudding. Don't ask me why, says Dropout. Tasty, that's why. Plump. Round. I'm more into person. I can't believe that either. Good Lord. Can you imagine paying for a session and she sprays what you want on her from her house? Yeah, she'd make some money from that. Lon Bowski, welcome. I've just ordered 2024 Acqua di Gio Profondo ADP, hoping it's better than the original Profondo. I'm not a fan of all those flankers, an overly flankered perfume as Acqua di Gio. So many Acqua di Gios. But better than boobs, says Germs. I can respect it, but I don't agree. I must have a bit of both. you know? I must have a bit of both. Like, you can't just be having huge norks and no arse, you know? But you can't be having amazing arse and absolutely no norks either. Hi, Rich. Welcome, Sarah. Scent of the night is Kritzia Moods Womo. I got rid of mine. I couldn't hack it. It was too scratchy. Felt like it was trying to scrape my eyes out with its nails. You're the biggest pervert, Lily. Spaced out is spaced out. Daniel, welcome, Masterclaster. Yes, Joma Shop is legit. They just sometimes either cancel orders or take forever to ship. Well, if Daniel says they're legit, then they are legit. Thin ice flutes, says Germs. I've ordered from Fragrant World Shop before. Shut up, trees. Masterclaster, thanks for the info. Space, do you require a partner with all 4 limbs? Picky as fuck. The way that Fragrant World Shop packs their samples is insane. Like, they put every sample into a sealed vacuum bag, then the sample itself is in a bag with a tight see-through film as well. They don't fuck about. Are they legit? Hello. Palo. How are you? Herm should continue with leathers, not oud. They should. Yeah, I've ordered before, got some surgery tones from there, got Out There and Red Tobacco Intense 2 when they came out. Nobody's perfect. FWS Strong Suit is tolerable shipping too, paid like €5 for the envelope. It's a bit slow though. Shipping has become an absolute nightmare. Apparently a crate, where did I hear it? What are the crates on a container? Apparently a container, fuck me, on a container ship, right? One of those containers has gone up $2,500 a piece. It's either a container or a crate. I'm questioning myself now. Fuck. But apparently one of them's gone up $2,500 in like the last 6 months or something silly like that because of what's happening in the Red Sea. And apparently a British vessel got sunk there the other day, but of course it would be us. You know what I mean? Oh, excuse me whilst I hydrate. I also don't like it, to be honest. I'm just using my vintage miniatures. It smells a bit like a hamster cage. Woo, you schwiller. Indecent Alicia, how are you? How are you doing? Shout out to the ladies who don't have either. Oh my God, Lily. Red Sea is what I call my period. Good Lord. The original Gentleman by Givenchy from 1974. The only thing I know about the Red Sea is Moses split it. Dushan, yes, I've been through bottles of Givenchy Gentleman. Enjoy very much. Looking for other candidates. Boss Bottled #1. Welcome, Omar. Kritzia Moods Womo, the Pachouli is really heavy. Probably what you smelled after John Lennon getting shot. Ended the entire hippie movement. Oof. It kind of rang in the 80s, didn't it? Which was like the opposite of the hippie movement. Hey, we can talk about boobs. I'm going to talk about periods. I did get the feeling from that comment that it was like a revenge barbed kind of remark, you know? You were coming in to gross people out. But everyone can enjoy boobs. Call me Moses Steps. I have no problem getting biblical with it. Scent of the Day's Turbulences by LV. Enjoyable. Could be more feminine for some people. How Pachouli is the Pachouli and Zeno Davidoff. Bad news. Again, I hate to repeat this, but Zeno by Davidoff is discontinued. Zeno by Davidoff is discontinued. There is a shit ton of secondhand stock out there, of like unsold stock out there. So don't go fucking shitting yourself and buying up fucking loads of bottles yet. What I would say is Anuj has some vintage Lancaster versions on his website, and it might not be, if you are into that kind of thing or you are into vintage. If you are into like Zeno Davidoff, I would get that one first before I bought any other versions. Did I give mine to Richie G, or did he buy one himself? And he was upset by the performance on the modern version. But it is officially discontinued. Thanks to someone in the chat the other day who told me, and then went on for Grantiger, to which they had posted the email they had received from Davidoff. Pretty sickening. I say sickening, not as in like I wasn't like, it's not like watching fucking shit from a war zone with people with no heads and arms and shit, but it was pretty like, if they can get Zeno, they can get anybody. You know what I mean? Even the vintage Zeno is tame. Yeah, it's not. I had a vintage Zeno, and I was like, fuck. I was expecting more. That's why I like Beau de Jour. I came over very northern English there. That's why I like Beau de Jour. Beau de Jour. Woof. It's just Fougère Royale and Zeno, but just better. And it's got that rosemary. It's got that fucking outrageous lavender in it. The lavender in it's exactly the same lavender that's in Music for a While. And it's got a quality patchouli in the base, which they replaced in the signature version with an amberwood, which is why I don't like the signature version. Vinted is Kingdom of Fakes. Yeah, I'm kind of worried about that. I don't like fucking... because there's no comeback unless you pay for it. Smelled modern Versace Oud Noir in a store should be called Saffron Patchouli, and a weak one. Yeah, the Versace, it's not a modern Versace Oud Noir problem. It's always been weak. Period farts. Yikes. What is the most comforting scent on boobs? Something, I don't know, milky. Samsara or L'Eau d'Ambre have bosom vibes to me. Not Samsara, it's too narcotic with that jasmine. Excuse me whilst I hydrate. I grabbed a $20 bottle of Zeno Davidoff. It's en route as we speak, says John Hoyt. For me personally, a man of culture, Un Bois Vernay, Serge Luton's, that honey, milk, my God. I like Un Bois Vernay, but I rarely wear it. I need to try Vetiver Geranium, says Spurstar. Any other good earthy patchouli in the designer realm other than Kritzia Moods? Boss number one. Linston Guerlain is a good earthy patch. Yeah. Get the EDP, Red Sea be damned. I don't believe this is the first rumor of Zeno discontinued. It's not a rumor. Apparently it's been it's not a rumor. It's like it's been like confirmed by the brand. I mean, I could get in touch with them if you want, if it'll make you. Spaced Out says we should stop talking about boobs, please. I like a honeyed bosom, says Tripler. Let's talk about tits, says Dushan. Tree said woof like it was his kink. Oh. Dushan, you've lowered the tone. Alan Hansen. Rich, you said I don't like fucking. That can't be true. That is true. I can't believe I said that. It's not what I meant to say at all. Germ says I feel naked. Look out. Don't catch a cold. Boobs, Red Sea, Xeno, excuse me whilst I hydrate. That is essentially what this stream has been. We all love boobs. It's a nice place to be. What a night. What a night. Tripler, I kept hearing good things about Xeno Vintage and current, gentlemanly and versatile. Would you call Xeno a Pachouli fragrance? I'm not sure. Excuse me. Indecence Alicia is... I missed what was said about Xeno. It's been discontinued. So eventually stock will dry up and the price will go through the fucking roof. It may take 3 or 4 years for the stock to start to go down, but it's gone apparently. Damn, even our galaxy is running away. It comes from the moves. In your honor, Rich, I'm wearing the new Bortnikov, aptly named Rich. Yeah, sensational. What's it smell like? Dushan, I still have to consult you, brother. Boobs always smell nice, and we love a nice smell. That's right. I would consider a patch frag, yes, it's good stuff. I missed out what was said to prompt tree fetishes, says Bobby Dio. I want to get a backup of Star Walker before they dry up. I had a bottle of that. It was quite nice. It was very passable. Oh, it was a nice little fragrance. We used to be able to get them for like 15 quid. You know what I mean? Used to be able to get them for like £15. You know? Oh. Rich is a very ouds and dry, very leathery. It's very ouds and dry, very leathery. I regret selling my Star Walker. I imagine it would be very good in Hawaii for you, Bob. I imagine that shit would be perfect for Hawaii. You know? Excuse me, what the fuck? Oh. Bobo Flutes has one. Reminiscence Pachouli is a good substitute for Kritzia Moods. That Reminiscence Pachouli, right, was really, 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 really nice about 10 years ago. It's been out for a while. And before that, you know. But I smelled a more recent version. And I was like, what? I was like, what the fuck? Ramen. They did a few, didn't they? They did like Patchouli Blanc, Patchouli Roses. It was like Eau de Patchouli. It's a really old fragrance. I can't remember how old it was, but like it used to be, I'm telling you, like years ago, vintage bottles of it used to be much nicer than they are now. I think people just like, when it's patchouli, they just think, fuck it, we'll just get the shittest stuff we can get, like. The cheapest. Rich, who is flutes? Good question. Starwalker truly is an excellent end of the night relaxation scent. Yeah, it's not. I don't think it's very powerful either. I quite enjoy its vintage qualities. Alan, have you smelled Winston Church? Excuse me. I see Ariza Dore has a Who jar out, a new collection, which is going to cost. I know somebody touched on it earlier, but that's going to cost some fucking money. And then when it gets to the second-hand market, it's fucking going to cost even more money. Fuck me, man. The price of everything's obscene. You cannot afford to live. You know what I mean? You just cannot afford to fucking live. Like, it's going to turn into Zimbabwe where you're paying like $8 million for a fucking slice of bread. You know what I mean? I think I'm going to buy the vintage, says Duchamp. Tripler, I do have Santa Maria Novella Pachouli on my radar. That'll be nice. I wouldn't mind trying the vintage of that. I've got the vintage Pot de Spagna, which is essentially clary sage and birch tar. So I'm going to wear that in the spring. Anyone smelled Malta Concentrate Battistoni? No. Sounds like he plays for Fiorentina. And do you recommend? Not I cannot recommend. I've never smelled it. Dushan, I can't imagine the vintage being bigger or rich. I think you want florals fresh in this one too, says Tripler. Santa Maria Novella Pachouli is dominating my Pachouli brain at the moment. A giant. Reminiscence Pachouli came out in 71, I believe. I wonder if it's one of those. I wonder if it's a thick, goopy patchouli like the ones I like, or I wonder if it's like a fucking scratchy, nails down a fucking blackboard kind of fragrance, you know? Santa Maria Novella Pot de Spagna sounds very good. Oh, hey, I tell you, my vintage bottle is absolutely sensational. Sorry, Ramsey. What a fragrance this is, by the way. I've got the gold foil version. And it's essentially clary sage and birch tar. That, I mean, other shit going on. But wow. I'm suspect about putting that on my skin. Like, it smells like those really... it smells like those really... vintage birch tar fragrances. The type of birch tar fragrances that you think twice about putting on your skin. You know? Excuse me. Trees provide air, whereas men just break your heart or smother you. So yes, trees. Oh. That's not very kind. I have the vintage bottle of Tobacco Toscano. Chocolate and smooth, says Anderson's Alicia. Rich, have you smelled the Ritzia Legrand? I smelled the lavender one, and I thought it was, I hated it. Had that chalky iris thing that I fucking, not chalky iris, chalky lavender. Had this chalky lavender thing, which I fucking hate. Oh my God. Particularly offensive fucking form as well. I really didn't like it. It made us want to sneeze and cough, possibly fart, all at the same time. Fucking body would have ended up looking like the fucking, that submarine that imploded if I'd done that. Oh, excuse me whilst I hydrate. The triple threat. Some souls. Yes, that's right. Women break hearts too, says Ace of Souls. That's true. Women probably break more hearts. Santa Maria Novella Pachouli starts off incredibly medicinal and unfolds like origami into a very deft blend of naturals. It doesn't have a deep base. It's sparkling. Roger Regale Open is expensive. Is now expensive. It was $11 about a year ago. Surely not. I gave a bottle of that to Richie G. And it was 15 quid. What are they doing? I get a chocolate rum vibe from Reminiscence Pachouli. Yeah, that sounds nice. It's raining here, so I'm wearing Narciso Rodriguez for him. Nice. Pradeep is knackered. Have you been filming your video? People will be upset now if you don't put it out. Get out there with the first impressions on YouTube, mate. Get it done. That is what I want to see. Get in. Get it out there. God, so many people will be raging that like they aren't first. There'll be loads of like Chanel stands. Like it's quite a thing in you know how you can get like communities within communities within communities, you know. So the Chanel fragrance people are like, they're in the fragrance community. And then they're in the Chanel community, and then they're like the Chanel fragrance community. You know, very particular kind of thing to be a part. Oh, RXL has released a video. Get in there, mate, as my fragrances would say. As my British friends would say, Bogart's signature was $12 or $13 a bit ago. Now it's over $100. What? Justin, where are you finding these fragrances? That can't be true. What the fuck is Bogart playing at? That was always Bogart's thing, was that there was silly prices, but fantastic. Signature's really nice, actually. Like, really nice. Like a shaven foam, fucking slight cherry thing. Not cherry, like a... What am I looking for? Bogart. Where is it? Signature. Well, silver scent is £20. Red Story. It's out of stock. It's out of stock. Bogart, pour on. It's out of stock. Silver scent still 20 quid, and silver scent and 12 intense is fucking... I can't be right. We can't have that. Get me to all beauty. Was this breaking news at the end of the stream? What is this fucking... Bogart, pour on. Oh my god. It's not even on. Reject all. I'm glad you can just click a button that says reject all these days. Labradus is still fucking under £20, which as it should be, to be fair. Paco Rabanne Pour Hom's fucking £48. That's not fucking normal. Gift with purchase. Bogart. Pour Homme. Oh, fuck me, you can get it on fucking Fragrance X for £21. Shat myself for a second. Don't do that. It's in stock as well. Whew. You can get a tester for £12.90. Do you know, I might just buy a bottle of that, even though I've got a bottle up there and I never use it. People are going to be saying things like that and giving us a fucking heart attack. Justin, you rascal. Hello, Bob. Keep forgetting to see your channel, Pradeep. I'll set up an alert, says Tripler. It's true, Duck. Sadly, it's true. I couldn't believe it. Where are you buying these from? Justin, you are the best smelling man in the gym when you're wearing Adidas from 1985. Rich, is that Bogart the one with the fountain pen on the label? Pass, I'll show you. My bottle doesn't have the full lid on the top. And you know what I mean? You can see what I think about it. Look how much I've sprayed. I mean, it's got a lot of dust on it there. I won't lie to you. That's not anything but like a lack of use. Alright, there was a second. Oh, God, it's really good. For 20 quid, you could just give that to somebody and they would just smell great. It just smells like shaving foam. It's synthetic. It's... Never mind, that's a different Bogart. Is there a Bogart called Signature? Okay, let's have a look. Sorry if I have if I've slandered you there, Justin. Give me 2 minutes while I check said internet. Was that the Bogart? The Bogart I showed there, Justin, is that the one you were talking about? Rich, is that the Bogart with a fountain pen? No. I need to hit the gym again, says Justin. I like that stuff. Still 20 bucks here too, yeah. The one I'm thinking about is called Bogart by Bogart. Dark green bottle. Yes. Sold Bogart Witness recently. Now part of a relocation program. I'll tell you, Bogart Witness, I had a bottle of that and it was fucking awful. It was absolutely fucking awful. I hated that shit. I don't even know what that shit smelled like. I gave it to Richie G. Yeah, that Signature's still like 20 quid, thank God. That is a really good fragrance to just put on if you're wanting, like, if you just want to smell, like, nice and normal. You know? It's a lot of fragrance for 20 quid, that. I don't know what the modern one's like, because they could very well have fucked it. Tired of buying perfumes because they're good value. Yes, don't just buy perfumes because they're good value. That's not a particularly good. But the thing is that you've got the law of diminishing returns. The more you spend, the smaller the increments of improvement. Welcome, Sultan. You were wearing Santal. Sultan Santal by Floris. I used to wear City Tower back in the day. Scent of the day. Sultan is in Santal. And that, my friends, is that. It has been a good stream tonight, as it always is on a Monday. I hope you have enjoyed the stream. Thank you for liking the stream, and thank you for watching the stream. Thank you for commenting on the stream. Thank you for keeping me company. And I will return to you with a video and another live stream at some point this week. And we will be doing the rotation on Thursday. I've decided we will rotate the collection on Thursday afternoon. Probably about 2 o'clock my time. So 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Anyway, I will see you all again soon. Good night.